go where it wants to go.
I've had this piece in my stash for a really long time, probably 6 months, I think, and I just didn't have a vision for it. I had no idea what I was going to do with it. And then when I pulled it out, I started painting on it, and I've been working on it for like a month, and the inspiration that I had for it looked really difficult once I started painting. My inspiration was a wall backdrop I found on Amazon. So I was really scared that it was just going to turn out really terrible, and I am so happy with this piece that I feel like it's one of my best finishes, and I can't wait to try it again on something else, and maybe I might even try it out on a wall. It's so pretty, and I hope that you enjoy this video. I started out painting this piece in Debbie's Design Diary DIY paint in Bead Board, which is a really nice bright white. Then I'm going to go around the corners and the edges with DIY HeySailor, which is a really pretty navy blue. For blending, you're going to need a really nice soft brush and a spray bottle of water. I always start around the corners and the edges. For some reason, it always seems to go easier when I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to blend the paint, is to start on the edges. And then I'm going to use my spray bottle of water and my paint and my paintbrush and just blend the paint in by going back and forth and up and down with the paintbrush and spraying when I need to spray. I can always tell when I need to spray more water on the piece when the paintbrush starts to drag. So if you're painting something and the paintbrush kind of gets hard to pull the paint, spray it with a little bit of water, and that will help move the paint around a little bit more.
So sometimes I'm just amazed at the vision that Debbie has for her projects. A lot of times she'll get a piece and I'll look at it and I think this thing just needs to go in the garbage. And then she gets done with it and it's like, I don't want to keep it in the house. I don't want to sell it. She had we call it the Swedish made cabinet, and it was just tons of water damage, and it didn't look good, but when we got done with it, Debbie did her trick with it. It looked great. When I give up on something, Debbie's like, no, this is gonna look great. That's the way she is.
This color is DIY Gypsy Green.
We could be gazing at the stars, but now it feels just like I wandered off into it.
Here I'm going to add in some sandy blonde.
I've been dreaming so much lately about your face when you're smiling. It's the only thing that saves me. Hey, I don't know if I told you that I think you're beautiful, and how I can't wait to hold you. Yeah, you pull me up when I'm falling down, and I don't know how I would do without you. Yeah, you pull me up.
After the paint dried, I decided to take a soft sanding block and sand the whole top down. That gave the paint some really cool texture. And it also helps with getting that really soft, smooth finish. Here I'm just adding in more HeySailor, And I'm doing it around the edges of the entire piece and just blending it in and doing the same thing I did to the top, where I will do HeySailor and then the Gypsy Green, and then in the middle I'll do the Sandy Blonde. And sort of just keep that cohesive look around the whole entire piece. You can also kind of see that the brush that I'm using had been the brush that I was using in the Gypsy Green, and so there's a little Gypsy Green mixed in with the HeySailor, which is fine. Blending paint is really fun. Once you get the hang of it, you will be hooked. It is really relaxing and probably my favorite thing to do. As far as painting goes anyway. This is what the top looks like after it was sanded. Isn't it pretty? Next, I'm going to add a coat of the DIY Big Top sealer over the whole entire thing and give it about 24 hours to dry. I decided to use the Label Ephemera IOD Decor transfer on this piece. That transfer has really great words on it, all kinds of fonts. Some of the words are in English, some of the words are in French, but I thought it would be a really cool addition to this piece. These IOD transfers are so easy to use. You just rub them on and then seal over them with DIY Big Top. At this point, I'm still not really liking this piece at all. I kind of gave up on it for a little while and had to come back to it because I was so disappointed in how it was looking. But I kind of knew the Dark and Decrepit would really just make all the difference in the world, just because it will really darken the color and make it not look so starkingly bright. At least that's what I keep telling myself. Now it's time to add the Debbie's Design Diary DIY Dark and Decrepit. I'm going to be using a Paint Pixie Dusty brush. I'm using a soft, damp t-shirt to wipe back some of the Dark and Decrepit, but a baby wipe works really good too.
Is in a stream. The ocean called for you.
Dark and Decrepit Glaze is also a sealer, so you do not have to seal over the top of it.
But without my closest friend. Fear, it's leaving now. I waited here, but nothing can.
You can see that I'm working in small sections. I think that helps with being able to control the Dark and Decrepit because you kind of want to keep it a little bit damp so that you can keep it moving. And did you know that you can use the Dark and Decrepit glaze over wood as a stain?
It's shining through the light in you. It shines so true. The light in.
I love how this glaze just really gives it sort of a dirty look, or maybe just like an old decrepit sort of look. Maybe that's why she named it Dark and Decrepit.
Free, feel free to run.
Now I'm going to start on the middle section and just basically do the same thing I did on the end. And then when I'm done with that, I'll do the other side. So cute. Thank you. He does a lot of the work.
Used to.
Still does.
Not like what it used to be.
Lost again, going back around.
No, but
We can get the better pieces now.
yes, we don't have to find pieces off the curb anymore. I'm
Lost in the shadows of a million stars. Shouldn't they enlighten my near and far? Shouldn't they at all just tell me where you are? Send a prayer if I'm out of.
So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you'll like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye guys. If you'd like to purchase any of the products that you've seen in this video, please go to elsielaneboutique.com. And don't forget to check the description box below.